All right, hey everyone. Welcome to the webinar. Today I'm going to talk about using Facebook ads to sell T-shirts with Teespring or T-Chip or any of the print-on-demand companies. And one thing I want to say is I know the screen is a little weird. It's actually because I would like to see the chat over here on the right side. And I want to see my screen at the same time, and it's not finding, when I share my screen, it's not finding the PowerPoint program, so I'm going to have to do it this way. So hopefully, I think this will work for you as far as seeing the screen. If it doesn't, just let me know. But we're going to start here in about 5 minutes, so if you... I forgot to get beer today, so if you have anything, go grab a beer and or go grab whatever your favorite beverage is, and we'll get started here in a few minutes. Some of you that are on probably don't know me, so I'm going to go through a little about me before we get into anything else. And in the chat box, can you make sure that you can hear and see me? And see the screen, I mean. If you can just type in, yeah, I can hear you, that would be great. I think everything is set up right, but it may not be. Can you guys hear me at all? Just type in the chat box. Just let me know in the box to the right, or the chat box, if you can hear me or not. Otherwise, I'm going to have to change some stuff out here. Let's see. Should be good. Should be good to go, and I see some people coming on right now. Can you guys hear me all right? We're going to get started in a few minutes, so if you want to go grab a drink and get comfortable, we're going to get started here in a few minutes. So where are you guys from? What do you do for a living right now? Can you type that in? Where are you from? What do you do for a living? I like to get to know the people a little bit who I'm talking to. I'm not seeing anything in the chat box. What's going on, guys? All right, well, we're going to get started. I know it's a little early, but I do want to, hopefully keep this under an hour. And then at the end, we're going to do a Q&A session. Let me turn off this fan. Maybe that'll help. We're going to do a Q&A session at the end where you can ask me anything about what you guys learned and what we're going through in here. So also, if I'm going through something and you have a question, you just type it in the chat box on the right side, and I'll get to it right away. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Eric, and I run shuckabuck.com, which is my marketing blog, and I'm a solopreneur, I guess you could say. I've run and sold multiple businesses online for the past 8 years. I started in September, October-ish of 2008, and so you can hear me, that's good. Thank you. And yeah, I started doing SEO and all that kind of stuff. I'll get into that kind of right now. So kind of an internet entrepreneur. Like I said, I've been doing this stuff for, 2008. That was kind of my learning period. It took me quite a while to get my first dollars or first revenue online. At first, shuckabuck.com was a poker website. And in college, I was really into poker. I've been playing poker since I was 10 years old. And I played online a lot. So I started a blog, shuckabuck.com, which was where I talked about all my winnings and losses and how I, played and the hands that I played. And I used that actually as my starting point. I referred people to the poker sites that, who came to my website. So I was generating some revenue from that. So April 2009. So if you remember the slide before, I started in October of 2008. April 2009, it took me 6 months to make my first $26.50 commission. And that was from a poker training program that I referred someone to from my website. So I was working a 9-to-5 job in finance, a large finance company. And at night I would come home and I'd work from 7 p.m. to 2 o'clock in the morning. And it took me 6 months of doing that to make $26. So if you calculate that out, I think it's about 1/10 of a penny per hour. I'm guessing. I have no idea how much it actually is. But it took me a long time. And I think a lot of people don't realize this, that, even with the internet, business is not easy and it does not come fast. You really have to learn a lot of things and you have to try a lot of things, and you can't really, you can't slow down. You got to keep going. You got to keep learning as fast as you can and try different stuff. So I was doing affiliate marketing, and I made my first commission in April 2009 after 6 months of doing stuff. So 2009, later that year, I think about a year after I started that job, I lost it because of the economy at the time. I was working for AIG. They got bailed out. They sold off a lot of their companies, and one of their companies was my company that I worked for. So I started creating lots of niche websites. And at the time, like I said, I was doing SEO. So I created all these niche websites, and I had up to 60 at one point. And I was making a decent income. It wasn't a full-time income, but it was a decent enough to keep to keep my bills paid and food on the table type thing. So I had up to 60 at that point. And then 2009 to 2012, I was going through a lot of personal issues, and I wasn't really doing the work that I should have been doing online, but I started experimenting with Facebook ads and other pay-per-click ad networks, only because during that period from 2009 to 2012, Google was doing a lot of updates. So their algorithm was changing a lot, and I just couldn't keep up with it. I was getting frustrated. And so I wasn't getting a lot of traffic to my websites anymore. So I literally went from making, $1,500 or $1,600 a month to basically zero multiple times. And when I say multiple times, I mean when in 2011, remember I had all that poker income. In 2011, the U.S. government actually, they outlawed, or they made a rule that said, you can't play online poker. Online poker is illegal. They shut down all the sites, and I lost all the income from that. And then Google started doing all their updates, and I lost all my income from that multiple times. So I started doing, pay-per-click stuff. I started driving my own traffic and getting email subscribers and stuff like that. I tested a lot of different ad networks, probably over 30. I know that. So ad networks like Facebook and Google AdWords and 7Search and tons of other smaller networks that I tried. And they really, the best ad network that I've ever seen in the last 8 years is Facebook by far, because of the targeting capabilities. So 2012 was my kind of my aha moment. I ran into Amazon Kindle. One of my online friends, marketing friends, said, "Hey, I've been writing these books, and they're doing really well." And it was kind of like the wild, wild west of writing Kindle books. So I started writing and promoting my own Kindle books in 2012. So it became pretty profitable. I was making about $3,500 after 6 months. After 4 months of writing Kindle books, I was up to my about $1,500 to $1,600 a month. And then 6 months in, or 2 months after that, I was making about $3,500 a month just from writing Kindle books. But it wasn't until I realized that, hey, my income has been gone before, and I need to start using Facebook to get some email subscribers so I don't lose all my traffic overnight like I have in the past. So I used Facebook ads, and I was able to gain 40,000 email subscribers in about a 6-month period. Actually, about 4-month period. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys. Well, that's not what I'm teaching today. I'm teaching how to sell shirts. Sorry, I'm thinking about something else. So 2014, came across Teespring.com. After I had all these email subscribers for one of my websites, I started selling T-shirts to them. And it was pretty cool. So I had one of my ebook sites, and I sold 124 shirts in 7 days, and that was about $1,300 of pure profit because I didn't have to use Facebook ads. Of course, now I use Facebook ads. I since sold that site, but you get the gist of it. So I think I made about $3,000 total. So that was pure profit. Here's the shirts that I sold. The first shirt I sold it just said, "I read past my bedtime." It was a reading audience, and yeah, I mean, that's what I sold them. I mean, it's a pretty simple shirt, and when you have an email list, it makes it really easy. But right now, Facebook ads obviously is the good way to go. So here's the actual shirt that I sold that I made, $1,300 profit on, and that's how I came across Teespring. Pretty simple, right? So after those reading shirts, I did some other shirts that sold okay, a little bit of profit here and there. I have this "I Love Hank" shirt, and I'm a Brewer fan, and they went to spring training once, and they found this dog, and nobody claimed it, so they adopted this dog and named him Hank. So I created a shirt that said "I Love Hank Milwaukee," that said Milwaukee on it. So that one did all right. That was about 100% profit margin. Here's another Hank one that was about 300% profit margin. So I made 700 on that, and another 400. So I made about $1,400 to $1,500 just on something that I saw, that was kind of trending at the moment. The Milwaukee Brewers had this Hank dog, and I promoted it to people who liked, the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. I probably spent $400 to make $1,400 in about 3 weeks. So, I mean, not bad, right? So basically today I sell physical products on Amazon. I do the T-shirt stuff. I sell templates on a couple niche sites. And then I teach online marketing, which is my favorite portion of my business, which is what I do now, which is what I'm doing now. So here's kind of I hope you can see this, but basically just some of my profits from T-shirts and some of my profits from my e-commerce business. So just to let you know, I've done this before, and I know what I'm doing. I've done it for 8 years. So yeah. All right, make sure you silence your cell phones, close all your windows, because we're getting into the good portion of this. If you guys have any questions, just remember you can write them in the chat box there next to this window. And yeah. There's a surprise for all attendees at the end. We're going to have a Q&A session also. So have you guys sold anything online before? Type in the chat box. What have you sold? What was it? You know, how did you sell it? Anyone selling anything online yet? Are you selling T-shirts or nothing? Nobody wants to talk? Okay. So what I'm going to be talking about today is basically how print on demand works. I'm sure a lot of you that are in here know how it works already, but I'm going to do a quick overview. I'll take a minute or two, and then how to come up with shirt designs. The design of your shirt is probably the most important thing. Even if you have really shitty marketing, and you have a good design, you're gonna sell shirts even if you set up all of your ads wrong. So I'll just say that first and foremost. And those of you who are not selling shirts, it's probably because of your design. Yeah, a single shirt you sold. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get through some of this stuff and teach you how to really sell some shit. I'm going to go through some samples of some very profitable shirts, some of mine, some of other people's that I know. And then we're going to do a Facebook ads walkthrough and then a Q&A at the end. All right. So again, if you have any questions, just make sure to type it in the chat box. So what's print on demand? It's a business model where something's only created and shipped when a purchase is made. So nothing is actually created. Thus, the materials are there to create it in a warehouse somewhere. But as soon as someone makes a purchase on a website, that's when everything kicks into gear and it's shipped and created to the customer. That's what print on demand is. So there's a lot of print on demand shirt companies. There's Teespring and T-Chip. I use T-Chip over Teespring for a few reasons, but one is they have higher profit margins. I mean, it's really easy to sell a $17 shirt for $10 profit. And on Teespring, a $17 shirt is going to be a $6 profit margin. And that's just the way it is. Some other ones are Sunfrog shirts, Cafe Press, Printful, and Merch by Amazon. If you don't know about that, Amazon's getting into the print on demand market also. So how it works. First is you design your own shirt. So here's a shirt, you upload your design at the Teespring or T-Chip. They have a pretty simple uploader dealio on their site. And then when customers buy it, they print and ship to the customers. Teespring or whoever you're using does. So here's my design idea blueprint. Now this is probably the thing that you're going to want to pay most attention to because it's very, very important. First and foremost, though, stay in industries that you know. It makes the process 1,000 times easier. So if you like skateboarding, stay in the skateboarding niche. If you like knitting, stay in knitting. If you like underwater basket weaving, stay in that niche. It's probably not going to be very big, but just stay in industries that you know, and it makes it a lot easier to come up with designs. All right, so here's my 3-step process. One is select an industry or niche. So what do you guys like? What's the industry that you want to work in? Type it in the chat box to the right. What's your niche? Do you want to work in skateboarding, golf, football, computers, the jobs industry, the engineering, nursing? What do you guys want to work in? Tell me. Nobody wants to answer? All right. Then step 2 is selecting something popular or mainstream. So for example, Star Wars is popular and mainstream. The election's coming up, popular, mainstream, stuff like that. And step 3 is to mix your mainstream stuff with your niche and put it into one design. So, for example, golf and Star Wars. I could create a shirt that has kind of a Darth Vader looking guy using his lightsaber as a golf club or something, and make some funny quirk about it. Minhwar, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Minhwar. Diabetic. You're gonna work in the diabetic industry. Are people buying shirts that say I'm a diabetic on them or something? That seems kind of out there. Anyway, so you mix your mainstream with something popular, or mix your mainstream and your niche into a shirt, and it works really well. So let me take you through this. Selecting a niche is the easy part. What do you like to do in your spare time? What would you do for free? I mean, if you could do one thing your entire life, what would you do for free? That's the thing that you should be doing with your life. What's your dream job? For me, it'd be golf. So let's go into step 2 right away. Select something popular and mainstream. So you can do movies like Back to the Future, Wizard of Oz, The Hunger Games. Minwar, people actually do buy diabetic shirts. They do. You've sold a single shirt. I'm not like making fun of you or anything. It's just, that's just funny that you're in the diabetic like niche. I don't know. You could also do TV shows like Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, The Big Bang Theory, things like that. Popular logos like Hooters, McDonald's, and Coca-Cola. For me, it'd be like Titleist and Callaway. Those are golf things. And then like current events too, political elections or sports teams winning the championship, like the Denver Broncos winning Super Bowl 50 or the Packers winning Super Bowl 51. Yep, you heard it right. 51 Green Bay Packers. Bet on them now because it's all over. Might as well not even have the season. Anyway, step 3 is mix the mainstream and your niche. So, for example, golf and Back to the Future, you can have a shirt that says Back to the Fairway because people suck at hitting it in the fairway, and that'd be kind of cool. You could use like Back to the Fairway as Back to the Future fonts too, so that'd be kind of a cool shirt. Or Back to the Drop Zone because you're hitting the water, so you got to go to the drop zone. Things like that. So mixing the mainstream and your niche. Here's a golf example. So the brand, you can do a brand, Titleist or Callaway. Shirt ideas, you could say title-less, like not having a title. Or Hackaway because you're terrible at golf. So here's that shirt. I found this online. This is actually not my design, but it says Titleist in the Titleist kind of font. And it says, but still better than you. Yeah, pretty cool shirt. Should sell well. If anybody wants to steal it from that guy, I don't care. Just watch out for legal actions against you. Obviously, I said this is not my shirt. Anyway, I'm getting way too deep into this. We could do a show like the Sons of Anarchy. So the design text could say Sons of Steinbrenner. And I've actually used this shirt. Not this exact one. I've used Sons of Lombardi for the Packers. Obviously, I'm from Wisconsin. You probably figured out. And yeah, so Sons of Steinbrenner, it's a play on the Sons of Anarchy logo. I did Sons of Lambeau, and it worked really well. I made, a couple $1,000s on it. I ended up running a few different shirts, and I found one that's the one that made me $20,000 in 8 weeks. So I kind of put all my cash into that shirt, and it did pretty well. But yeah, you can do it with any sports team. I mean, Sons of, I don't know who the Cubs, I don't know, whatever. So you can do Star Wars. You can do this shirt actually made $500,000. The shirt that I'm going to show you. This guy actually introduced me to Teespring. Good guy. He made this. It said "Join the Shark Side," and it's a play on Star Wars, obviously, and Darth Vader saying "Join the dark side." But instead, there's a shark on it, and it doesn't have any logos or anything like that. And it's for the San Jose Sharks. Funny story. I went to high school and played golf with Joe Pavelski, who is now one of the best players in the NHL and probably one of the best players on the Sharks, and a captain, and he was in a lot of stuff. He was actually back in town last weekend. But yeah, a little side note. I don't know. I know famous people, whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of what you have to think about with these shirts. A lot of you out there are creating shirt designs that just are, and I'm going to be blunt, they're fucking terrible. Like, they have like backgrounds on them. You can't put a white background. You're not going to sell a shirt that has a white background around it. It's just not going to happen. You have to have an edge, and you have to have something unique that people have never seen before. And that's just really the way it is. And this is how you come up with those designs. You take something mainstream and you take your niche and you combine the two into something cool. All right. So do you guys have any questions about how to like actually create and come up with designs? If you have any questions, let me know in the chat box. I'm going to be answering those. So, I mean, this is how it's done. Oh, I have another shirt here. Sorry. So another Star Wars one. Luke, I am your spotter. Instead of Luke, I am your father. It's a workout shirt. So, I mean, it's fairly simple. I mean, it's simple stuff. You just have to think a little bit. I mean, you can't go out there and have a shirt that says golf on it and expect it to sell. It's got to be unique. Gotta be unique. Oh, this is my favorite one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the design text says, I'm actually in my 30s. And it's a play on the Ninja Turtles logo. It says, I'm actually in my 30s. I think that one's pretty cool. I almost bought this shirt. Any questions, guys? Let me know in the chat box. All right, so we're going to get into, since we already gone over, how to come up with design ideas, we're going to go over how to advertise it with Facebook ads. Now, there's 3 different phases here. Phase 1 is the testing phase, okay? You got to make sure, you got to spend a little money and make sure that these shirts are going to sell before you spend hundreds and thousands of dollars. Phase 2 is optimizing. So now that you know that the shirt sells, you're going to scale it up a little bit and gather some data. And by gathering data, I mean you're going to have to use, like numbers and math and figure out what age groups are responding, what is it male or females who are buying, or where are they buying from, or what images work better, or targeting. Targeting is a big thing. So you got to test and optimize for those. And then phase 3 is scaling. That's when you start really ramping up your budget over a few weeks and building out your audience size and using video ads and all kinds of stuff, retargeting ads to get people who have not bought the shirt yet but landed on your shirt page to buy. So those are the phases that you have to go through before you design or before you start spending hundreds of dollars on ads. So here's my Sons of Euchre t-shirt. This is actually one of my shirts, Sons of Euchre for Bob Euchre. If you guys don't know who that is, you're living under a rock. But yeah, Sons of Euchre, Milwaukee. I tested this one, and what I did was I had 2 different ad types. I did a clicks to website and a website conversion ad. Guess which one worked better? You're goddamn right. Website conversions work better. Do you know why website conversions work better? Because Facebook is optimizing for conversions and not just for clicks. Yeah. So usually website conversions work best, but clicks to website will also work. So you can even test with page post engagement ads. As long as you're testing and spending, 40 or 50 bucks over 5 to 7 days and seeing if the shirt's going to sell, you're going to be fine. You can use any type of ad that you want. I don't care what it is, but if it's going to sell, it's going to sell. If it's not, it's not. Just move on. If you don't have, if you have a shirt that is selling a few of them over a 7-day period, then that's probably a winning shirt, even though you're not going to break even probably on that $50 in ad spend. You're going to know, you're going to have some data to gather for your next campaign, so you can optimize it better. Okay. So clicks to website ads, that's where it is. Send people to your website. Paste the URL of your t-shirt in there. I don't know why I have this. I made these slides a little while ago, and I don't know why I have these step-by-step in here. But yeah, then you choose your audience. You can define your audience by location and age, gender, language. Put all your detailed targeting in there. So for my Sons of Euchre shirt, which is a Milwaukee Brewers shirt, who did I target for my detailed targeting? Obviously, people who liked the Milwaukee Brewers. Maybe they lived in Wisconsin or Milwaukee or whatever. When you're testing, you want to go broad first. So I would go the entire United States, 18 to 65 plus, both genders, English speaking only, and then just test your targeting. So maybe fans of the Milwaukee Brewers, and then fans of the Packers, and then fans of someone else from my Euchre shirt, and create 3, 4, 5 different ad sets targeting a single target or a single interest or a single behavior in each ad set. Okay. Then you're going to want to run those ad sets in that same campaign and let it run for 7 days. So where do you find your interest? Obviously, the Audience Insights tool. The Audience Insights tool will give you a lot of pages that you can target, and you can just use the interest section and basically look up one of the main pages and then dig down for specific audiences on Facebook. Okay, so the higher the affinity score, the more likely they are to click on your ad or your offer. So if you look on the right-hand side, they will, I wish I could go in and show you guys this, but the Audience Insights tool for me wasn't working that well, so I'm not going to go through it. But I hope you guys actually know how to use the Audience Insights tool. If you don't, make sure you go into the Audience Insights tool, type in an interest, click on that page likes button, tab, I should say, and look at all the pages that are similar to what your interest was, okay? And then once you find an interest, actually, I'm gonna try and go in there. Let's see, Audience Insights. Hopefully it works for me. Everyone on Facebook. So let's say I'm gonna do the Milwaukee Brewers. And it looks like it is working, so that's good. So Milwaukee Brewers is basically my main interest. I have 1 to 1.5 million monthly active people. So I click on page likes up here, and I scroll down, and I see some affinity scores. The higher one is, why is this in English? Why is it not in English? Uh-oh, something's wrong with this. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, I guess someone put it in not English. All right, so you have all these affinity scores over here. So Milwaukee Brewers is a 10. Fox Sports Wisconsin is 29. Milwaukee Bucks is 10. Miller Park Stadium is 25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Fox Sports Wisconsin and see if that comes up. No, it doesn't. I can't target that page. What about Miller Park? Miller Park Stadium. I'm going to take out Milwaukee Brewers. All right. Take that out. Now we're getting up to, so the affinity score for that is 730. Fox Sports Wisconsin. So obviously I'm going to try and target some of these in here because we're getting up to the higher amounts. So WISN 12 News, Lambeau Field, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm not drunk. I'm from Wisconsin. Yeah. So all of these are potential targets that you can put in for your, where am I? No, Google Hangout. There we go. So all of those are things that you can put in and target in different ad sets. So separate ad sets for each one of those targets. That's how you test. Budget and schedule. I mean, it's still pretty self-explanatory. You can put in daily or a lifetime budget and make it automatic, and start and end dates and your optimization. I don't know why I go through this in this, but so we add creative. Basically, you want an image maybe with a border, but you want it pretty basic. You want your shirt there. Now, there's a number of different ways you can do it now. This screenshot's a little bit old, but you can do carousel ads, meaning multiple images in the same ad or multiple videos in the same ad. You can do a lot of things. You can do a video ad with a link instead of an image. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So your images should be 1200 by 628. You want a description, title, and a call to action, obviously. Then you want to publish it. And that's basically how you test. Website conversion ads is the same process. You just use the conversion ads. So let's say you set up your ads and you have 5 different ad sets in there targeting 5 different interests or behaviors. And you ran it for 7 days. You turned off a couple of the ad sets that weren't performing as well as the other ones as far as costs. Okay. And you're going to say, is it a winner or a loser? So if it's a loser, you punt it. You move on. You pick up your ball. You move on. You go to the 19th hole. Have some beers. Think about it. Maybe do some shots. Some Jaeger bombs. Go out and have a good time, You're like, screw it. This business sucks. Come back the next day, a little hungover, and try again. That's really what it is. I've gone through, I'm gonna tell you this, my first 3 or 4 shirts were all winners, only because I had the email list. After that, I went through 17 different shirts before I had a winner. 17. And then I had 4 winners after that because I found something that was niche. That was the Hank shirt that I talked about earlier. So, and then I ended up making like $3,000 or $4,000 on it. So that made up for a lot of my losses and then some. Okay. And then I went on and did some more shirts, and it was about 50% of my shirts would make money. Then I didn't want to, like, some of them weren't making a ton of money. They were having a 20 or 30% return on investment. So I punted those, and then I finally found the one that really, you know, made my 2 months of work worth it. When I came up with the football shirts, and I made $20,000 in 8 weeks. And it's almost football season, which means I'm going to be making a ton of money again pretty soon here. So I'm pretty pumped about that, I guess. So if it's a loser, just punt it and move on, and then go have some drinks with your friends, think about it, and then come back and try again. So if it's a winner, even if it's selling 2, if you spend $50 and sell 2 shirts, it's probably a winner. Okay, that means you got to dive into the data and you got to optimize it for your next campaign. Okay, so scaling. If you have a winning shirt, you got to scale it up. And the step 1 to scaling is testing your audiences. Okay, one is using the audience insights tool and gathering more audiences, more targeting options that you can target. Okay, you can use Pinterest too. Use Pinterest to find different audiences, or magazines, or celebrities, or pages. So you got to think about all these things when you're trying to come up with targeting options. Okay. Lookalike audiences, those are really good. You can use the buyers of your past shirt campaigns and let Facebook create an audience similar to your buyers. So it's probably one of the more effective ways of doing things, okay, of selling shirts. The thing with a lookalike audience is say you have 200 people that bought the shirt. You can take those emails, put it back into Facebook, and then Facebook will create an audience of 1 or 2 million people. And then you can, you know, target those people in a more targeted way. I don't know how to say it, but basically you have your lookalike audience, and then you say, I want this lookalike. I want to target this lookalike audience, but only people who like the Green Bay Packers in this lookalike audience. Those are the people I want to target. So then it's super, super targeted. Okay, very powerful stuff. Retargeting is another option. And in retargeting, you should be retargeting in every campaign except for maybe your testing phase. Retargeting is basically creating different ads and only showing those ads to the people who went to your shirt page on Teespring or your website, but they didn't buy it. So on average, people need to see something 7 different times before they buy. 7. And that's where retargeting comes in. You want to keep it fresh in their mind. And these are the people who are interested in the shirt because they went to that page already. Okay. All right. Almost done. Frequently asked questions. These are the questions that I get asked the most. So I'm just going to go through them quick. If you have any questions right now, type them in the chat box. And I will go through them when we're done here. Okay. Do we have to keep shirts in inventory? This is kind of a newbie question, but no. Teespring, Amazon, Sunfrog, Printful, whatever. They handle all the shipping and customer service. It costs you nothing to upload a design, and you just have to pay for Facebook advertising to get traffic to that page. I'm not a designer. Where do I get designs made? Fiverr.com. It's a good place. You can get designs for less than $20 usually, and they're pretty high quality. Otherwise, you can go into some Facebook groups that are designers and say, hey, I'm looking for somebody to design shirts, and I'm sure you'll get a ton of responses, and you can pick and choose from there. I mean, you can use any freelance website too. Just find a designer, go to Google, type in designer, t-shirt designer, and find someone that will design something for you. So what are the best niches for shirts? All of them is my short answer. But a lot of profitable ones that have happened in the past: nursing, fishing, camping, police, anything that people are passionate about is going to be profitable. Okay. But like I told you before, work in a niche that you're interested in, that you're passionate about, and that you like talking about. So if you like playing football or you like playing poker or whatever, work in that niche. Okay, it's going to be a lot easier for you to create designs and come up with something if you're actually interested in it. Okay. Can we use logos like your Sons of Anarchy shirt? Yes, but you have to be careful. Okay. Those Sons of Anarchy shirts were actually changed quite a bit from the original Sons of Anarchy logo. So, and a lot of these sites are cracking down on these pretty hard. So you got to be pretty careful. I'm going to say yes and no. It's up to you. Okay. You just can't use the exact logo. All right. How much money should you spend to test a shirt? 20 to 30 bucks over 7 days. I would go 40 even. Yeah, I mean, that's all you need to test a design and see if it works. How many days should it run? 7 to 10 days max. Remember, when people buy these shirts, they have to wait until the campaign is done before they're even printed and shipped. So it takes probably another 4 to 7 days after that campaign ends to even ship out the shirts. So do not be making a 30-day campaign and expect your customers to be happy about it, because they're not going to get their shirts for 6 weeks. Okay, so 7 to 10 days max for your campaigns. Like I said, it takes 3 to 4 days to print and 7 days to ship. Desktop or mobile ads? I get this question a lot. Should I do male or female, desktop or mobile? Should I do a clicks to website or page post engagement? Both. All of them. You have to test. That's what advertising is, especially internet advertising. You have to test. You have to look at your numbers. You have to try everything. I hate it. Well, yeah, I hate it. And ask these type of questions. It's not a stupid question, but it is a stupid question. No, it's not a stupid question, but I mean, you have to test everything. You have to be a practitioner. You have to work in this for a long time to get these things to work. You have to know, everything. Will a video view do better than a carousel ad? I don't know. Try it. I mean, that's what you have to do in this business. And for people to come and say, oh, I spent $19 on an ad and it didn't sell any, well, first of all, what does your shirt look like? It probably sucks balls. And I mean, what did you do to test? Was it a page post engagement ad? And you're like, oh, all these people liked it, but I didn't get any sales. Well, guess what? People like to like things on Facebook, but they don't like to buy shit. So why not do a website click ad next time to make sure that you're getting traffic to the page? And once you see traffic coming, oh, 50 people went and saw your shirt and nobody bought, that's probably a bad thing. Move on, get a different design. Questions, guys? There is a chat box there. Don't be afraid to use it. I know you guys have fingers. Questions, questions, questions. Type them in. How do you know if a shirt is a winning shirt? Sales, obviously. 2 or more shirts with a $30 ad spend, approximately, even with a $50 ad spend, and 2 shirts were sold, you've got a winning shirt. Any questions, guys? I know there's people on here, and nobody's saying anything. All right. I'm going to say you guys have no questions. All right. Well, if you guys have questions, put them in the chat box. It's fine. So who wants to take action and start selling shirts? Give me a hell yeah or a fuck no. This sucks. This webinar sucks. You suck. Hey, Muhammad has a question. How much money do I need to start? $40 a shirt plus the cost of the design. So $60 a shirt. How many shirts do you want to try and sell? Take 2, 3, 4, maybe a couple $100. Yeah, probably 200 or 300. Unless your first shirt really takes off, then you can reinvest your profits. All right. Other questions, guys, before we get into the special section of this webinar. This is live, people. All right, no questions? Great. Who wants to take action? Who wants to start selling shirts? Say me, I do, everybody does. Sweet. All right, the Academy. You're welcome, Muhammad. The Academy is my training program, okay? My A to Z course for people who want to make real money selling shirts. There's a lot of stuff in it, and I actually added a new portion to the course over the past week, which is pretty cool. People starting to like it. Muhammad, me, I do. Yes, awesome, love it. I need to take a drink of water. Again, I wish I had some beer. I feel like I am a little drunk. I don't know why I'm acting like this. All right, A to Z course. People want to make real money selling shirts. So what's included in it? The Facebook ads training, 15 or more videos. I don't even know how many videos. I have 3 more videos to make tonight for it. But there's 15 videos in there right now, and they'll take you through everything from setting up a page post engagement ad in the ads manager to using the power editor and scaling your campaigns and using conversion ads and using pixels and custom conversions and things that you probably don't even know about. Yeah, it's everything. It's pretty cool. Each video is between 10 and 30 minutes long, and it goes through a lot of the stuff that you need to know. Then there's the T-shirt training portion. So that takes you through everything from coming up with your designs to actually scaling your designs, and it even walks you through how to upload it on frickin' T-Chip and Teespring. Yeah. So I didn't leave anything out. I mean, there's 30 videos in there that'll take you through everything that you need to know. One-on-one email coaching with me. I've actually, when people are really having trouble, we get on Skype and I talk to them and walk them through and come up with ideas for shirts or help them with their Facebook advertising. And remember, I have a special thing at the end of this webinar for anyone who wants to get into the Academy tonight. I have a special offer for you guys, which is pretty cool. People are really liking it the last time I did this. So yeah, it's one-on-one coaching. I have ongoing updates and training in there. Like I said, I have 3 more videos to put in there tonight. I added a brand new course that is all about getting email subscribers and something about Kindle books. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's a whole new training course, another 20 videos in there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, and it's going to be pretty cool for a lot of you, but you guys want to sell shirts. So we have a Facebook group for quick questions, obviously. And here's the bonus. The deal site domination course is already in there and it's already uploaded. The deal site domination course is basically getting email subscribers and then creating a Kindle ebook deal website where I made 2 of these in the past. I made one 2 years ago, one last year, and I've sold both of those for over $50,000. So it's pretty cool. Like I walk through everything that you need to know about how to create one of these websites. That's kind of my bonus course right now, is what I'm calling it, Deal Site Domination. It's pretty cool, and I'm probably going to walk through the course with you guys right now. So I have screenshots and stuff, but I'm going to actually open up a new tab here. I'm going to open up Firefox, and I'm going to show you like the course on the inside. So as soon as this loads, all right, I should have had this up before we did this. I'm already logged in. All right, great. All right, as soon as this loads, you're going to see what's inside the Academy. Do you guys have any questions about anything before I show you the insides, the good stuff, the goods? Before I show you the goods. No, it's not that kind of show. I'm just kidding. All right, so this is the dashboard of the Academy, and we have our Facebook group. The contact me page. So this is a special link to anybody who's in the Academy. So if you have any questions, you contact me there and I get back to you. That's high priority stuff. And I get 40 to 50 emails a day. So anything I see through this contact form, I answer right away. So we have the Facebook ads course. And I'm going to open this up in a new tab. We have the deal site domination, which is the new course, and then we have the T-shirt course, which is 3 different modules. You know, open those up and we will dig right into it. So here's the Facebook ads training course. There's currently 10 videos. I have 3 that I'm making tonight. So if one is creating, it goes from creating a Facebook page. Simple stuff, right? And then the Power Editor versus the Ads Manager. And then, using the Audience Insights tool and how to use that, how to use it to your advantage, how to come up with new targeting options, creating page post engagement ads, website click ads, page like campaigns, video view campaigns, website click ads, optimizing your ads, using Facebook pixels to track conversions, all that type of stuff. And then tonight I'm doing the retargeting campaigns, creating custom audiences and website traffic stuff, and then scaling your campaigns. And there's one more video I got to create. So there's going to be 14. I thought there was 15 already in here, but there's 14. Anyone have any questions about that? There's a lot of stuff to cover just with Facebook ads. So, all right. I got 155 post engagements, but only 1 sale with 4 days and spend $20. Should I continue the campaign? Absolutely. That's probably a winning campaign. You might not want to do page post engagement ads. You might want to do a clicks to website conversion, or even a video view ad. And make sure you set up your retargeting ads too. Okay. So if you got 155 post engagements and you spent $20, I bet you there's probably only 10 website clicks in there. So that means 1 out of every 10 people who are going to that page are buying, which is very, very good. So a website click ad, even if you're getting a 50-cent cost per click, means you're going to be spending $5 to get $10. You're going to be doubling your money. That's absolutely a winning campaign. If you have any more questions, Minwar, like specifically about that, you can ask them here or you can email me. 107 post likes and 29 shares. That means, yeah, that's probably a good shirt. You're going to want to scale that out and test a lot and get that really making some profit. And if you have questions, you can always email me. All right, so that's the Facebook ad training portion. Let's go into the module 1 of the, oh, this is wrong. This is not Facebook ad. Oh, yeah, of the T-shirt training. So you go to Introduction to Facebook Ads, create an optimized Facebook page, the right way to set up your ad campaigns, You got a step-by-step ad creation. So I walk you through an entire ad that, like I would create an ad. I'd walk you through that. And then using the audience insights tool also. All right. Module 2 of the T-shirt training is creating custom audiences and creating lookalike audiences using conversion ads and using the Power Editor with your T-shirts. So there's 4 videos there, a lot of content, a lot of stuff to go through and learn. And then here is the module 3 is actually selling T-shirts. And this is the big one because there's 7 videos and it goes through everything that you need to know about Facebook ads. So coming up with high quality designs, listing on Teespring, creating your listing, and then creating ad images, creating your Facebook ads for testing and how to test, scaling your winners, and then using your lookalike audiences and retargeting audiences, okay? Yeah, a lot of stuff so far. And any questions about anything else before I move on to talk about the deal site domination course? Minwar says, thanks a lot. You're welcome, man. Deal site domination course, there is 3 modules. One talks about the business model and choosing a niche and getting hosting and setting up your site. And then module 2 is creating your ebook deals and sign up forms and landing pages and Google Analytics. And module 3 is using your Facebook ads to get email subscribers, using giveaways to get email subscribers. There's 2 videos on that. Using lead ads to get email subscribers, and then creating a thank you page on your website. I have 4 more videos to create in this section, and that will be complete. So there's a ton of stuff in the Academy that I walk everybody through. How many people are already making profit from this course? I know of 3. I know of 3 people. There's about 40 people in it right now that signed up in the last month. So 3 people are actually making profit. It all comes down to you finding the right designs and doing the right advertising. Okay. I mean, if these tips are still working and making good profit, yeah, absolutely. What do you mean, like this advertising stuff just goes away and it doesn't work anymore? Sometimes, well, actually that happens a lot in like the market in general. But yes, it still works. I still use it. And everybody in the Academy uses it. I mean, there's no difference. Okay, here's the thing. There's a lot of ways to do things, especially with Facebook ads. Okay, so it's all about testing that, but only after you know you have a good product that you're selling. So you test all your products first, and then you go to your Facebook ads and really dig down deep and get your campaigns running really well. Okay, I mean that's basically how it is. You want to see your design? I'm going to show it right now, Mohammed or whoever this is. Oops, that's not it. I can't even copy it. / retirees. Yeah, let's do this. Hope your shirt is good. Otherwise, I'm going to. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's a great design. You could add some color in it, but I guess you really don't need to. There's nothing on the back. All right. It says I'm retired, but I work full time as a pain in the ass. Yeah. I love the design. Is this the one that? Is it you? You got, yeah. You spent $20 and you got one sale. Minwar, yeah, you wanna ramp up that campaign for sure, and I think it's gonna be pretty easy for you. I think you should join the Academy because I can really help you with this one, and I'm excited about it because that shirt is actually in all these Facebook groups and stuff. People are posting these shit ass shirts, and it's embarrassing, really. Like, I don't even want to comment on it on the internet because it's always going to be there and I'm going to seem like a dick, but like, they are shit, and that one's not shit. Yours is really, really good. All right, so I talked about the Facebook ads course, creating a Facebook page, retargeting. I walked through it with you guys. It's basically, you know, everything that you need to know about Facebook ads, everything you need to know in the T-shirt training, module 1, 2, and 3, creating your first shirt, all the technical stuff, and then A to Z, how to make money with your designs. So that's the T-shirt course. And then you have the bonus deal site course that you can do on the side while you're making tons of bones with your T-shirts. So the one-on-one coaching with me, I can help you with the design, the targeting, your ads, your testing of ads, your scaling, whatever you want me to help you with, I'm here. That's why I created this, because I made one video on YouTube and it went kind of viral and people were contacting me about how they can learn more and get one-on-one coaching. Well, this is how to do it. Videos just for those people. And yeah, now I'm opening it up to everybody else, obviously. So I can help you with anything. I mean, even if you want to get on Skype for an hour and I can walk you through some things that you're getting stuck with, we can do that. Ongoing training, we do monthly live Q&A sessions, all right? Next week, Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a live Q&A session with everybody in the Academy, so it's going to be pretty cool. That's what I like to do most. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're trying to sell shirts, and you join the Academy, and you don't sell a shirt, I'll give you your money back. I mean, there's no questions asked. There's no hard feelings. I don't want anybody, you know, losing out on money just because, you know, I told them. Basically, I don't want to take your money if you don't think you got value from this. Okay, I'm a pretty good guy. So, I mean, yeah, no questions asked, no hard feelings, 30-day money-back guarantee, whatever you want, okay? All right, so subscribers, this should say attendees of this webinar. Should have went through this more carefully, these stupid slides. I'm an idiot. Anyway, the price is $297. It's one time. There's no monthly fees ever. You get all the updates that I'm going to do forever because I'm going to be doing this forever until the day I fucking die. So there's going to be a lot of shit that we're going to have to go through over the next, I'm 32, so I'm probably going to be here at least, I don't know, 15 or 16 more years. So $297, but everybody on this webinar right now gets $50 off. So yeah. One-time payment, lifetime access, $247, only for people on this webinar, only people that are live in this webinar. So, yeah. All right. Who's ready to get started? Who wants to go? Shakabuck.com/academy is the link to get into the Academy. You can check out, you know, everything there. There's not a lot on the sales page. It's kind of what I went through. I went through, you know, the entire course with you guys. So yeah, coupon code is 50OFF, capital OFF. Okay, 50OFF. Make sure you use that coupon code to get the $50 off. It's good for today, so people will buy right now. Now, I didn't make a slide for this, so I can't really talk about it, I guess. But here's what it is. If you get in today, I will get on Skype with you for an hour, and I will set up your testing ads for you, and I'll show you everything that you need to do for testing. So So excited, but I need a week to collect my money. Okay, that's fine. Mohammed, send me an email, man, when you're ready to get in. Yeah, anybody who gets in today gets the, I'll set up your first ad campaign if you need help with that. Or I will do an hour of design work, like coming up with designs, or helping you with that. Or if you just want to get on Skype and talk about sports for an hour, I'll do that too. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I will do it. Muhammad says, I want to quit my job. Everybody wants to quit their job. It's not just you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, you can actually do that at some point. It's going to take a lot of work. It took me 3.5 years of working online to quit my job. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't quit. I was fired. Yeah, I was fired. They forced me to quit my job. No, but yeah, it took me 3.5 years to be able to quit my job and do this full time. So it's a lot of work. I mean, this stuff, this selling shirts stuff, is really exciting because you can make quite a bit of money in a short amount of time. But in order to create a business out of it, you're going to need email subscribers. You're going to need a website. And that's what I teach in the academy also. All right. 8:06 p.m. my time. So that means I've been talking for 1 hour and 6 minutes. Does anybody else have any questions that's on this webinar right now? Any questions about the academy? Any questions about their shirts? If you guys have shirts that you want me to critique, you can email me too. My email is Eric, E-R-I-C, @shuckabuck.com. E-R-I-C @shuckabuck.com. You can also go to shuckabuck.com/contact, and they'll send you to a contact form too. Anybody else have any questions about anything? Any questions? I like this shirt, man. Great shirt. I hope you join and I can help you out, like boosting that up and making some real bones. So, how about them Brewers? Yeah, they suck. Any questions? Any more questions before we quit this thing and get on with our lives? La la lee la. Waiting, just waiting. Okay, no questions, guys? Muhammad says, okay, thanks a lot. But can you please upload this live show? I need to watch it again. It will be uploaded again, and it will be on my YouTube channel, which is shuckabuck.com/YouTube. It will be there immediately because this is actually a Google Plus Hangout, so it goes directly to YouTube right when we're done, so you can actually watch it again. Shuckabuck.com/YouTube, Eric @shuckabuck.com for my email if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or general inquiries about anything. Ugh. All right. Any more questions? I'm going to stay on for 2 more minutes. It's 8:08 p.m. my time. And it's about 2 hours past my bedtime. Just kidding. I go to bed at like 2 in the morning. So I have 6 more hours of work to do, which is pretty cool. But I actually like to work. So I don't know. I'm way different than everybody else. 8:09. You got 1 minute, guys. Remember coupon code 50OFF, shuckabuck.com/academy if you want to get in. If not, or if you have questions, type them in the box right now and I'll answer them for you. But after this webinar is done and we're out of here, you can always contact me via email or via Facebook. Facebook.com/shuckabuck. Y'all on Snapchat, Shuck007. Shuck007 is mine. Yes, that is correct, Mohammed. Eric at shuckabuck.com. All right, guys, it's 8:10 p.m. and I said that I would get off of this webinar because I don't see any more questions in, and I'm not a fucking liar. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. If not, email me anything. All right, so if you guys have anything else that you want to talk about, remember, you can always email me, and oh my God, my face is on the screen. You can email me and we can talk about it there, or leave a comment below this video and I'll probably get some sort of email notification that there was a comment, and maybe just email me. We'll be good to go. Thanks guys for being on here. It was awesome. I had really fun sitting here by myself and talking to you, not talking to me. Peace.